the 12 ways to create money besides a plan, and Tom is going to do this part of the teaching. And Tom, if you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
I am ready. So there's probably like 100 different ways, but we're going to start with the big obvious ones that separate the the salt of the earth, good folks out there that are company people. They believe in the product, they believe in the comp plan, and that was enough to keep a lot of people going through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And about the time the 2000 rolled around, there was this new breed of network marketer that was also, kind of hip to the internet. And just to, Jerry, kind of fill in the blanks, I've always been, I'd like to say, an internet marketer. I used to sell things, toy helicopters back in another life. That's a whole different story. But I came to, my business as somebody who sold things online. And I looked at selling things a little differently. And we tested a lot of different pages, and we got it to where it worked. And when network marketing entered my life, frankly, I've viewed it as just another product with a balance sheet. I made this, I spent that, I profited X amount. So, frankly, I think that's a very healthy way to look at any business, including network marketing. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna talk tonight based on the fact that the people on the call listening are network marketers. They've made their commitment. They've either done or reeled away from their circle of 40, the 3-foot rule. I mean, that's all great stuff, but we're going to go a different way. The first item on the 12 mm-hmm. is no mailing list.
Right.
Now, whenever you take your first steps from that first moment of promoting your business online, a lot of people will just trust the company. They'll just send people to the company site and hope for the best. And I'm here to tell you that's the biggest mistake you can possibly make. You want to have your own mailing list. Now, I have Heather. If everybody can excuse me for one sec. Heather, have you done that address? Okay, I want everybody to jot this down, because I'm going to mention a lot of links, and I'll get and frankly, I do this from the hip, so I'll compile the right links and get you the right referrals. So as I mention them, just bear in mind that if you go to Tom Bell Answers, that's Tom Bell Answers at gmail.com, and just hit me up and ask me for a list of links, and I'll get it for you. So 2 or 3 places that you can set up a mailing list very easily with a piece of software called a list server or an autoresponder service. It's totally not hard to do. One that a lot of people use is oneshoppingcart.com. That's the number 1 words, shoppingcart.com. Aweber is a second, A-W-E-B-E-R. And then a third one is iContact. It's just how it sounds, I-C-O-N-T-A-C-T. Those are list servers. And what I want to do is these 12 points, we could probably do an hour or 2 call on each one, but I think in the interest of keeping this at 2 hours, I'll just go fast. And Jerry, we're recording this, right?
We are.
Okay. So if I talk too fast, just get the recording. It'll all be in there. And in your list server, the reason for having that is you design your lead process in a way that people go through a landing page and give you their name and email address, and you use the list server or autoresponder software to give you a way to recontact those people, to keep in the front of their minds, make them other offers, and do a lot of the other things that we have on our list of 12 for tonight. So I want to move Jerry to number 2.
Yeah, before we move on, Tom, I want to back up a little bit. If there are people who don't necessarily understand what a mailing server is or what a mailing list is, because now you're saying no mailing list, and some people on the call, they might be just getting on the internet. Do you want to spend just a minute on how, what's the autoresponder and how it works?
Okay. All right, sure. So, when you send an email, there's of course, your email program, Gmail, Microsoft Outlook. If you type out an email to each person that you're sending a message to, that takes some time. It's the best way to do it. But if you have, the last time I checked, I have about 3.6 million people that I talk to, and that would be a lot of time in front of my Microsoft Outlook.
That's right.
So a list server, I call them list servers. A lot of people would refer in this context to this software as an autoresponder. What it does is it allows you to, A, type in a message that you'd like to broadcast, and it will broadcast that one message out to either your entire list, or you can set up sub-lists, people who have joined your team, people who you'd like to join your team, or any other category. If you have a certain landing page, and this is all going to make sense later, it kind of interconnects as we go through this training tonight.
Right.
But if you have a certain landing page that's aimed towards a certain demographic, say you have a page that appeals just to single mothers, then you can at your discretion collect those people into a special list. So you can then write special letters to those people. Another thing that an autoresponder or list server does is it allows you to write multiple letters. You can write 10, 12. Some of our autoresponder sets have hundreds of letters, and we're talking to these people 3 years into the future. You can preload those letters so that they go out to the user at a certain time. And to get even more technical, you can preload those letters to start going out based on a certain action. Now, I don't want to scare anybody away for as far as technology, but there's a lot you can do. And it's important to remember that in the beginning, it not only doesn't need to be any more difficult than this, but you really just want to focus on step one, and that's gathering the list and being able to communicate them in a certain way. If you don't know how to do the super, rocket science stuff, it's okay. You don't need to.
I see.
Is that a good minute, Jerry?
Oh yeah, that's more than I asked for. I really hope people appreciate this, because as Tom and I were talking earlier, there's a reason why when you build a business, network marketing or not, you need a team. And I tend to be a little bit more conservative and be on the more detail-oriented side. And I know how frustrating it could be if we start a call with something that's just totally foreign to a listener, and then they move on, further down toward the middle of the webinar, and they're still thinking about that first bullet point you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I really want to angle the content, because